Hello, my name is Caleb Smith with the Rocket Miner newspaper. I'm here on this Easter or Resurrection Sunday with your COVID-19 or coronavirus update for April 12th, 2020. In Sweetwater County, the big news is that local healthcare agencies received word today of a traveler in the area who tested positive for COVID-19. The Florida man, who's in his 50s, is reported to be in good condition and continues to isolate, according to Sweetwater County Public Health. It's noted that while he will not be officially counted amongst the county or state confirmed cases, that the normal protocol is being followed, including contact tracing, which is currently underway. When it comes to the other confirmed cases in Sweetwater County, which is presently 9, if you're comparing our numbers against the Wyoming Department of Health, and I would encourage you to do so. It's a good site, has a lot of good up-to-date facts. It's sometimes a little bit more recent than what we've just printed off or pulled up prior to recording. It puts Sweetwater County's numbers at 9, but due to some independent lab results that came in this weekend, we know the number to be at least 9 confirmed cases. Of those people, right now, 3 are reported to be fully recovered, and the other 6 are said to be in good condition and self-isolating at home. The county notes that it's still important to practice safe, common-sense steps, including staying at least 6 feet away from people you're not housed with, limiting your contact to preferably only essential trips outdoors, washing your hands frequently with hot water for at least 20 seconds, not touching, say it with me, the T-zone. If you do have to cough or sneeze, as I frequently do, I have a bit of hay fever, please do so into your sleeve or a tissue. Please try to do it with your hands. I know we're all still practicing new habits. And that if you have any other questions, you can always call different numbers for different sources. They say if you have a question about travel, lodging, food, or other issues related to COVID-19, call Sweetwater 311 or 307-212-5440. If you have a temperature or more or a cough, they say please call your health provider or the Memorial Hospital Sweetwater County COVID-19 nurse triage line at 307-522-8523. They can talk over your symptoms and the steps to take next. When it comes to statewide numbers, according to the Wyoming Department of Health, there are 270 confirmed cases. And since we know about the numbers reported in Sweetwater County, that hasn't been added to the site, that means that the numbers are at least at 272 as of this filming. In addition to that, the state lists at least 94 probable cases, which are those where a person has not been tested and gotten confirmed results back, but they have symptoms of the virus and they've had contact with a confirmed case. That number's at 94. So 272 confirmed, adding our 2 local, 94 probable. In addition to looking at the case or number of recovered cases, the State Department of Health is reporting that at least 138 people have recovered. So that's about at least 50% of the people who are confirmed cases in Wyoming have already recovered. Looking at the worldwide numbers as provided by Johns Hopkins University, the number of confirmed infected is now at about 1.8 million, and the death toll has surpassed 114,000 people. In the United States, the number of confirmed cases has grown beyond 555,000 people, or more than 500,000, and the death tolls has surpassed 22,000. One of the things I've been personally thinking about lately is the Easter holiday. Not only because this is a lot different than any other Easter I've had in the past. It's certainly not what I'd anticipated even just a month or two ago. I was one of the people who, for coverage sake and for personal edification, I attended 2 of the drive-in services in Rock Springs today. And I've been thinking about the fact that holidays are usually something that you spend with your family. And not just your birth or blood family, or in some cases your adopted foster family. It's sometimes the family that you end up building on your own. Your friends, your friends, some of your close co-workers, your neighbors. The people that are sometimes just as close as you would have with the bond with your own kin. And while normally holidays give us a time to come together, while we're still practicing safe steps, keeping our distance, trying to cut down an interaction, Easter was a lot different. This was the first time where I didn't even step foot in a church. I didn't even step foot on the parking lot. I stayed in my car the entire time, the 2 times I was at the churches. Thanks to the booming sound system at the First Assembly of God Church in Rock Springs and the radio transmitter at the Rock Springs Evangelical Free Church, which actually still kept broadcasting quite a distance away. It was nice to be closer to some people, to be able to wave, to be able to even make eye contact with some of the other people in the cars or whatnot. Still wasn't the same. It's kind of one of the other things about Easter holiday is that I think more than any other holiday that is traditionally observed, Easter is especially about life and death, about resurrection, about an event that changed everything, including expectations and outlooks. The story of Jesus Christ rising from the dead, the story that tells us that things aren't over just because we think it is. Life isn't over just because our limited perspective perceives it to be. It encourages us not to quit, not to give up, not to lose faith. One of the questions raised at the services today is, what are you relying on? Personally, and in conversation with other people, I've mused on the fact that a lot of our support mechanisms that we often turn to in good times and bad are kind of being dismantled. We can't come together and give each other a hug or pat in the back like we used to. Our financial security has a few more question marks on it than what it may have used to. Our jobs, our positions, our connections, the distractions we sometimes turn to, be it a night on the town, a good popcorn movie, Amazon Prime or other express delivery for items that me and the company disagree about whether or not they're essential. Is the latest movie or DVD release essential? I can argue the point. I see where the company's coming from, and I appreciate the fact they're giving a priority to this stuff. But when you're going days without seeing your friends, days without being able to see your family like you used to, best case scenario, some of us are only seeing them through some of our more extended families through the windows or through our computer screens, through phone calls, which is good, and it's a lot better than nothing, but it's not the same. One of the things that was part of the exhortation to the listeners at one of the services today was to not focus on what you've lost, what you presently don't have. Focus on what you do have. focus on the things that are being revealed in this crucible, in this time of crisis, in this pandemic, to be the truly important things, to be the truly valuable things. I am trying to say a lot more thanks for some of the simple things that I didn't treasure quite as much. And to be optimistic about the time when some things that, when they come back, I will appreciate even more for having gone without them. This Easter, I'm reminded of the fact that the most precious gifts are things that we enjoy: faith, hope, love, are still available to us and should be appreciated and celebrated even more. That's what I'm trying to say thankful for. I hope you can say the same. So this has been Caleb Smith with the Rocket Miner newspaper, wishing you a happy Easter, encouraging you to hold on for the weeks that are still ahead, and wishing you a safe night, it's a good night and a safe tomorrow, and a safe night too. We can all use that. Take care.